Hi, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank the SteelOrbis for their professional organization for the IREPAS meeting and also inviting me as a speaker. I would like to start my presentation also by giving a little bit information about a group of our companies. CIEC Hangzhou Cogeneration is a government company, which is the 50% of the share of the companies belong to the government, and the company is established in 1997. So, which is also clearly showing that the foundation of the year of the company is 1997, which is also proving that the Chinese export industry is a new industry, new export since last 25 years. The company in 2020, $20 billion for the revenue, and also $25 million in 2021. So Hangzhou Cogeneration is rated as a steel trade industries as a second rank, and also for six consecutive years. And we are the biggest steel exporter in China. And also we are in the crude oil sector, fuel oil sector. We are the top 3 in China. And also we are in the rubber sector. We are also producer for the rubber in Turkey and also in Vietnam as well. We are top 1 in China. And also metal and also cotton businesses, we are top 3 in China. So those are the warehouses that we have in China, 30 warehouses in the local market, active in and making the local sales. And also we have 15 overseas offices all over the world. So, and also would like to talk about the real estate sector in China. So this is the construction area of the real estate, and also floor space under construction. In 2022, the construction area in China fall down is 46% compared to last year, 2021. And also Chinese property developers also slumped 87% in the first half of 2022. And generally believe that the housing prices in China is not seeing the bottom yet. And the new investment for the real estate is also came down 7.5% in 2022. So in the total economy of the China, real estate sector is a sector that is having the portion of 15-20% of total Chinese economy. So that's why, especially for the government decisions, government supports is the very important point. And the real estate sales in 2022 is decreased by 40% compared to 2021. And the July sales also came down to 29% compared to June 2022. So this is the 5 years analyzing of the steel sector in China, starting from 2017 to 2021. So as we can see, this is the production capacity, especially in 2020 and 2021, we don't see much changes on the production capacity. But this is the production in China since last 5 years. Then we see that gradually the quantity of steel production is increasing. Starting from in 2017 is 871 million ton, and in 2020, 1,065 million ton, and in 2021, 1,032 million ton. So in the Chinese, the total export also in 2017 was 75 million ton, and in 2021, 65 million ton. As we can see, we've been seeing some drops, and the expectation in 2020 is about 70 million ton is going to be export. And when we look at the 2016, which is not stating here, it was 100 million ton. So we see gradually drop on the export. And this is the import of China, also 5 years. So we see that in 2017 is 13 million ton, 40 million, 60 million ton in 2019, and the 2021 is the 28 million ton. This is the production share of China in the global export. The total export of the China out of their production is only ranging about 7% up to 6%. So since the production is very high, about over 1 billion ton, we've been seeing the sometimes negative effect of the China in all over global export markets. So this is the production percentage of China in the world. So it's in the level of 50% up to 57%. In 2020, we have seen that 57% of the total global production, it was the share of the China. So in the export, global world export numbers, China is having the portion of about 14 to 16%. And in 2017, 16%, 2021 is a 14% is the export of China. So this is the crude steel production in 2020. So here in 2022, in June, we have seen the 2.4 million ton per day the production. So it and also fell down 2.2 million ton decrease, which is 7.9% decrease in July. In August, we have seen some the daily production start to increase from 2.2 to 2.3 and 2.4 million ton daily. One of the reasons is the weather conditions change, the cooling weather, and also the local producers start to have some certain margin higher than the previous months. So the production increased about 200,000 ton daily. So this is the monthly production of China. So the average first 8 months of 2020, we see that is 86 million ton is the average production of China. So here the most important thing is that, especially since unfortunately Russia and Ukraine war started in February, so that sourcing potential it been diverted to China. So that's the reason that starting with the especially March, April, and May, Chinese production start to increase. So which is the more than the average. In March, 88 million. In April, 92 million ton, and also 96 million ton in May. So this is the Chinese crude steel production. Also, we see that in 2020 is 4.2% is increased more than previous month. In the next one is 2021 is increased by 8.3% compared to previous one. And in 2022, first 7 months, we have seen 6.5% less compared to previous year. So this is the utilization rate of China. In 2019 was 86%, 2020 85%, 2021 is 92%, which is the biggest portion. And in 2022, first 9 months, we have seen that the 86% of the production utilization rate. So this is total export of China. The red line is 2022. So China exported 6.15 million ton steel in August 2022. Compared to previous month, it's 885,000 ton less than July. And the monthly average export quantity of China, 5.8 million ton. So this is the flat steel export, which is having about 55% of total Chinese export, which is the biggest portion out of Chinese export. And in August, 3.8 million ton exported from China. Compared to previous months is 535,000 ton less. And monthly average of 2022 was 3.8 million ton, same as August export. This is long steel export. As you know, long steel export in China is having the share of 10-12% of the total export. So China exported only 650,000 ton long steel in August 2022, and compared to July 2022 is 118,000 ton less. Then the average 2022 export quantity is 620,000 ton. So the import of China, total import, in August, China imported 895,000 ton. Compared to previous month, is 105,000 ton more than July. And the average of 2020, the quantity that China imported is 930,000 ton. It was in 2021 is 1.2 million ton, which is showing that is about 30% is the import came down in China. This is the billets import. China has imported 70,000 ton in August, 45,000 ton more than July 2022, and the monthly average billets quantity in 2022 is 197,000 ton. This is the slab import. 427,000 ton in August, which is more than July, 190,000 ton, and the average slab import in China is 255,000 ton. So this is one of the chart that I like, which I would like to share. This is the import of Turkey, and having the Chinese the share in that import, which is referring 8 months, first 8 months of 2022, and comparing to 2021 8 months. So this is the quantity that the Turkey imported compared to last year 300,000 ton less, which is referring to 0.7%. And the Russian import came down about 8.9%, and Ukraine import, it came from 75%. And the total quantity that is affected from Russia and Ukraine is about 1.6 million ton, and it's replaced by China. Most of the product that it replaced is the flat product, 727,000 ton. And also Brazil is having the big portion of the 237,000 ton, India and South Korea. Then, as we all know, China came back today from the holiday, after 1 week holiday. Then the question that how China was going to come back to the market after the holiday. So we can see here that how was the changes compared to before holiday time. So we've been seeing some increase on the prices of billet price increased by $10, and also the cold roll prices increased by $5. And thank you very much for listening. And if there is any question, we'll free time.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Mr. Ocakçı from the floor? No questions. I may have one, if you don't mind. Well, obviously, everybody's, I'm sure, looking forward to what's, you know, your listening to your estimates about what's going to happen next with Chinese exports. We all understand that Russian exports to Asia have started to bother Chinese industry for a certain period of time. How would you explain us the reaction of the Chinese steel industry to Russian exports to the region, and then possibly if you can, please share your opinion about potential semi-finished, particularly semi-finished exports from China.
I mean, yes, Russia has been exporting to China, and also in the previous speech, we also listened to the previous speech as well. Unfortunately, in local market in China by itself, there is no sufficient demand, and plus importing some Russian material to China, it's affecting also the prices in China negatively, which is not allowing the prices to pick up. And when we receive the inquiries for some certain product, and when we try to get the offer from China, the answer that we've been getting from our head office is saying that, okay, do they accept the Russian material? So we have the also option to ship from China Russian material and also Chinese material for some certain products. And regarding the semi-products, what we've been seeing is rather than China, Southeast Asia producers are more aggressive than Chinese producers. And to our region, Middle East, Turkey, so we've been seeing some even new deals and new offers. And comparing that offers to Chinese prices is more attractive than Chinese prices. So we also see this some negative effect from the Southeast Asia as well.
Thank you very much. Any questions? No questions, I believe. So thank you very much.